What's up, DG? It's Matt, and welcome to Week 8 picks of the NFL 2021-22 season. I got my overall set. I went in 5 this week. That gives my overall 70 and 37. Pretty fucking good. Pretty damn good. And then my peak, of course, 13 and 3. I don't know if we're ever going to get better, but there are 15 games, so it could happen. But let's get in with the picks. Here we go. Thursday night, you got the Packers versus the Cardinals. They're going to Arizona in a short week after beating the Washington football team by a good 14 points. There is news that Devontae Adams will not be playing. Zard will not be playing, and their defensive coordinator won't be playing either. I also got word that J.J. Watt isn't playing. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I did hear about that. I think there's too much going on with the Packers. It's a short week. They're they're still banged up on other positions as well. So other people getting COVID is not good. I'm gonna give it to the Cardinals. I think this is a game to watch, just because like the records are so good. But the Packers have been getting lucky. Uh, I feel like, and I'm not saying they're a bad team. They're a really fucking good team, but since they've been banged up, I think that they should have lost some games. But I mean, kudos to them for still winning these games. But yeah, give me the Cardinals. Next game, you got the Cincinnati Bengals, who ended up destroying the Ravens in M&T Stadium, 41-17. My Bengals. I should have picked them last week. I picked the Ravens, but wow. Doesn't even matter. I'm not mad about that. But yeah, the Bengals are really fucking good this season. And they should keep it up this week against the Jets. So I'll give them the win there. Jets are, in the power rankings, the worst team. So I feel like the Bengals have to really take care of business, just like they did at Detroit. And maybe win by at least 2 touchdowns, I'd say. Well, we'll see how that goes. Damn, my fucking voice is dying. But here we go. Next up, you got a divisional matchup. You got the Tennessee Titans, who just took down the Bills and the Chiefs consecutively. They're 5-2. Uh, Also, something to note: the Bengals are the #1 team in the AFC now, and that's just crazy. But yeah, you got the Tennessee Titans going to Indianapolis this time. These teams haven't met before. Titans took care of business. They just had the ball too long, and I think they'll do it again. I think this is a game to watch because the Colts are, they're getting a little hot streak here. But I think the Titans are the better team. Clearly, they might have a better defense right now. I don't know. Uh, Colts did play in a fucking monsoon, but they both got the running backs, top 2 running backs in the league, in rushing yards. I think it's the receivers. I think Julio Jones and AJ Brown will be the difference in this game. So I'll give it to the Titans, and now I got hiccups. I want to die. Dude, this is my second time getting hiccups in a fucking pick'em video. Unbelievable. Next up, you got the LA Rams going into Houston. Take on the 1-6 Texans. And yeah, I'll give it to the Rams. Texans, I mean, they kind of show up at the start and then they just fall apart completely. Like, for example, it was 5-0 against the Cardinals, and then the score ended up being 5-31. So I don't know if Texans are good to win a game the rest of the season. Please excuse my hiccups. Goodness sakes. Yeah, give me the Rams here. 6-1. Matt Stafford's balling out. MVP conversation. Here we go. You got another divisional matchup. The Steelers. They're on a hot streak, kind of like the Colts, and they're going into Cleveland with a bunch of injuries on the Browns side of things. And Baker Mayfield, I don't think is playing. I think Nick Chubb is back. But things I've noticed the Browns have not been able to do is beat a good defense. So this is a game to watch, and I think the Steelers are going to do enough to kind a little bit an upset here. But I think the Browns are just too banged up. I like they're not like the Packers where they're gonna get lucky and just win every game. You know, they beat the Broncos. Now we're gonna see how they face a real defense, just like the Cardinals had a good defense. And they beat them. Who else did they lose to? And not the Chargers, but they did beat them. And I mean the Chargers did beat them. They lost to one other team, the Chiefs. So they haven't really played a good defense. So I'm other than the Cardinals, and they lost to them bad. So I think the Steelers will do enough here. And like I said, kind of tie tie the stand. Well, not tie the stand anymore. They would take the lead with this one because the Browns would be 4-4. So we'll see. We will see. Next up, we got the Eagles versus the Lions. Eagles 2-5. They lose to the Bucks and the Raiders recently, and they've gotten. I mean, they were close to catching up the Bucks, but they just scored a touchdown on the Raiders, and then that was the game. They got absolutely destroyed. The Lions just against Matthew Stafford's Rams. Holy shit, they played Madden, dude. They did fake punts. They did fake kickoffs. Like onside kick, dude. That was a fun game to watch. Honestly, they came close. They finally get a little bit of a winnable game here. 2-5 Eagles. They're on a losing streak. Of course, the Lions have been on a losing streak. Um, I remember the Eagles beat the Panthers, who look absolutely terrible right now, and they beat the Falcons. Oh, so the two teams the Eagles beat are facing each other this week. You'll see who I have in that game, but okay, set. This is a winnable game for the Lions, and I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to give the Lions the upset of the week. This will be the Lions' first win. I think they can do it. I think they're a better team than the Eagles, to be honest. I do. Right now, I they come so close against pretty good teams, and they just fall short. They should be able to put it together here, and I will give them the win. All right, you got the San Francisco 49ers after having a monsoon in Santa Clara. They're going to Chicago. They might get some more weather. They might get some strong winds taking on the Bears. Both of these teams have been pretty disappointing. And they've been weird. Like, Bears beat the Raiders once. San Francisco 49ers have absolutely no games. They have no statement games. They beat the Eagles and they beat the Lions, which is funny because those teams faced each other. It seems like teams that have beaten teams are the teams facing each other this week, which is very weird. But 49ers have no statement wins, and Bears, beat the Raiders. They beat the Bengals, who are looking like a good team too. Who else did they beat? Lion. They also beat the Lions. So those are the three wins. This is the type of week where I'm kind of like going over like who have they beaten? Are they good enough? 49ers have lost to a couple teams. They lost to the Packers. They lost to the Colts. Who else have they lost to? They lost to the Seahawks, didn't they? Oh man, they had Russ though, right? That was week 3. Yeah, it was week 3. I don't remember who else they lost to. It was someone weird. I mean, anyways, 49ers. I would give them the win here. I think this will be a little bit of an upset just because they have no statement wins. I think this will be a little bit of a statement win. It's not Like, this is a toss-up game. Bears aren't good. Bears are looking pretty terrible. They looked absolutely shit against the Buccaneers, and 49ers have a pretty good defense too. So, I mean, good luck. Really, they scored 3 points against the Bucks, who scored 38. So maybe even more. I don't remember, but I think it was 338. And yeah, give me 49ers there. Here we go. Here's the Panthers versus the Falcons. Panthers have lost 4 straight. Falcons have won 2 straight. And they're 3-3 now. Their schedule's getting easier. Panthers' schedule's getting harder. Give me the Falcons here. I think the Falcons will get this win. I almost wanted to make this a game to watch just because it's weird how the Panthers have fallen off and the Falcons are kind of getting back up there. So I just like the idea of this game. And I'll give it to the Falcons and their kicker, Young Wei-Gu. Next up, you got the Bills in Buffalo taking on the Dolphins. The Dolphins have lost 6 straight. They played each other before, and they got blown out 35-0. So go Bills. No question here. Dolphins win this. I will be very surprised, and that's kind of good for the Bengals. So yeah, not much to talk about there. Next up, you got the Patriots going into L.A. SoFi Stadium. Last time these teams played each other, last season, and Patriots won 45-0. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case now, but I think it will be a pretty close game. I can see the Patriots winning, but I will give it to the Chargers, and my hiccups are not going away. Next up, you got the Jaguars playing the Seahawks. Going to Seattle to play the Seahawks, and this is going to be your toilet bowl. Let's go toilet bowl, baby. I mean, they're 1-5. They're 2-5. I had to make this the toilet bowl. Just there is the Washington football team playing the Broncos, but I feel like these guys have worse records. These have they've just been playing horrible. I can see the Jags winning this, but I'm literally going with the Seahawks just because they have more wins, and Geno Smith has showed some promise. So is Trevor Lawrence. Pete Carroll is the better coach right now, I guess. Let's give it Seattle. I don't want to talk about this. Here's the Washington football team going into Denver. A little bit of a weird stadium to play in because of the altitude, but Broncos have lost 4 straight games after being 3-0. Washington has dropped 2 in a row. They dropped to the Chiefs and they dropped to the Packers. So I think you know where I'm going here. I like the Washington football team in this one. The Broncos playing the Browns. I watched them play the Browns. The injured Browns. 20 injuries on that team. You're playing the practice squad and you get destroyed basically. I mean, it was a 3-point game, but God, the Broncos just, that defense made me want to commit suicide. It was so bad. I didn't even want to watch that game. I just want to see the Browns lose, and Broncos just absolutely suck, man. I can't pick them, but I like the Washington football team more. I like Taylor Heineke, Chase Young. It's a good team, good group, good young group. They might be pretty good in the future. We will see. But give me Washington football team there. Sunday night, you got the Buccaneers playing the New Orleans Saints. 6-1. Saints just beat the Seahawks barely, 4-2, and that was an odd week, so they should have won by more, according to my stats. But I don't know. It's an even week. Saints are supposed to be bad, but this is a game to watch. I think a very good divisional matchup, 1 versus the 2. I mean, it's really anybody's game. This is a Jameis Winston revenge game as well. You think Jameis Winston wants to go for that booty? Absolutely. He wants Bruce Arians' ass right now. He wants his head on a silver platter. Uh, although the Buccaneers are just too good, I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta give Buccaneers the win. They're just too good. They're winning consistently right now, destroying teams. I know they haven't been good teams, but they've been really good. Apart from the Eagles, they've destroyed them, and Saints still don't know what I'm getting from them. They're still inconsistent. You could pick them to win, and they could win, but you can't count on that. So, with those reasons, they also have Tom Brady, really good receiver, stacked receivers, best wide receiver core in the league. Probably behind my Bengals, to be honest, but for showing some bias. Give me Buccaneers. I gotta stop talking before I fucking die of thirst. Oh god, I need a drink. Okay, and is this the last game? I believe so. I believe this is the last game. I believe this is Monday night. Cowboys versus Vikings. We got. Who do I have for this one, you ask? First of all, this is a game to watch. All right, this is definitely a key game. Vikings have been coming back. They're kind of like the Falcons. They've won 2 in a row. They're doing good. Coming back from that, they start 1-3, not too shabby. 3-3. They're in a wild card spot right now. But the Cowboys are so fucking good, man. And Dak Prescott's playing the MVP level and comeback player of the year level. Uh, Currently 5-1. They had the bye week. So did the Vikings. Both these teams came off the bye. It's in Minneapolis. This is by no means Cowboys should run away with this game. This should be very close. I think. Give me the Vikings in an upset. I think it's a huge upset, but it's toss up. So, give me the Vikings. Oh shit! Never mind. That was the Sunday night game. I knew there was one more. You got the Giants playing the Chiefs. Giants, very very weird win off the Panthers. Completely destroyed them. In the first half, they did not. It was like 3-5, and then they just came out and killed them. Panthers suck right now. Uh, Giants. Dude, Daniel Jones is carrying that team. And you got the Kansas City Chiefs, who are falling apart at the seams. Lost to the Titans, lost to the Bills, lost to, uh, fuck, fuck. Who the fuck are we losing to? Lost to the Chargers, lost to the Ravens. They're all top 10 teams, right? But, God, the Chiefs, even when you're saying the defense is bad, Patrick Mahomes has thrown the most interceptions, tied with Zach Wilson. The offense isn't looking good. He's running for his life. The offensive line, all the money they spent in the offseason is not paying off. It's not paying off. It's not good. But I'm giving the Chiefs the win. Just because they have proven themselves on those against those NFC East teams. You know, they beat the Eagles. They've beat the Washington football team, and they beat the Browns. So they should beat the Giants here. If they don't beat the Giants, if Giants beat them, there is concern for the Chiefs. And there could be a wild card spot for the Giants. How crazy would that be? But yeah, bye week you got the Ravens and the Raiders. They played each other week 1. And that is going to be the video, guys. Those are going to be my picks. Comment your pick'ems below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for dealing with all my fucking hiccups. And I'll see you guys next week.